Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. After watching Tell All Part 3 of 90 Day, The Last Resort, something surprising happened. A moment that made me pause, think, and reevaluate a character I hadn't really connected with before. That person was Josh Weinstein. For the longest time, Josh has been a bit of a mystery in the 90-Day universe. He's been quiet, calm, almost stoic. He's not the one yelling, not the one storming off set, not the one making viral moments happen with chaos. And maybe because of that, he often flew under the radar. But what happened in this tell-all changed everything. For the first time, Josh showed real fire, real emotion, and the way he defended his family. Not just defended, but stood firmly, unapologetically, against Natalie Mordovtseva, was something worth talking about. It wasn't loud, it wasn't violent, but it was powerful, and it earned him something he hadn't had before, at least not from a lot of fans. Real, deep respect. It's easy to dismiss someone like Josh. He's soft-spoken, he's reserved, and he doesn't always play into the dramatic rhythms of reality TV. But maybe that's the point. Maybe by refusing to lean into the circus, he's actually been the most grounded one all along. Because when it mattered, when it really mattered, he didn't run. He didn't falter. He stood his ground. And let's be clear, this was no small thing. The dynamic between Josh and Natalie has always been complicated, a kind of emotional tug-of-war that left a lot of people confused. Natalie, with her big energy, intense feelings, and dramatic expressions, often overshadowed Josh, who preferred to keep things measured. She's the type who will say exactly what's on her mind, no matter who it hurts or how it lands. And while that kind of honesty can be refreshing, it can also be deeply damaging, especially when it touches on something as sensitive as family. So when Natalie started making statements that put Josh's family under a negative light, accusing him of neglect, of not prioritizing her or not making her feel safe, that's when the shift happened. Josh didn't sit back this time. He didn't smile politely or deflect. He responded with something that felt raw and real: protection. Not just of himself, but of the people he loves most. And it wasn't just about words. It was in his face, his tone, his body language. You could see that something in him snapped. Not in a dangerous way, but in a purposeful one. He had reached a boundary, and instead of letting Natalie cross it, he drew a firm line in the sand. He reminded everyone, including Natalie, that there are limits. That being on a reality show doesn't mean you have a free pass to disrespect someone's family. That your personal frustrations, no matter how valid they may feel to you, don't justify dragging innocent people into the crossfire. And when he spoke, it wasn't with hate. It was with calm precision. He didn't tear Natalie down, he just lifted his family up. What stood out even more was how Josh framed his defense. He didn't say "you're crazy" or "you're lying," the way some cast members might when they're backed into a corner. He didn't attack Natalie's character. Instead, he focused on the truth, on values, on what it means to protect the people who matter most. He made it clear, his family isn't just part of his story, they are the core of it. And anyone who tries to mess with that is going to meet a very different version of Josh. There's something deeply admirable about a man who can stay quiet for so long and then rise up when it really counts. It tells you that he isn't driven by ego. He's not performing for the cameras. He's not here to win arguments. He's here to live a life with integrity. And that means protecting the people who love him. A lot of people have been tough on Josh throughout this season. Some have accused him of being emotionally unavailable or too cold or not invested enough in Natalie. But now we have to ask, were we wrong? Maybe we were looking for the wrong signs. Maybe, in a show full of explosive drama and tearful confessions, we missed the quiet strength of someone like Josh. Because strength doesn't always look like yelling or crying on stage. Sometimes it looks like a calm man refusing to let someone drag his family's name through the mud. It looks like someone who stays quiet until the right moment, and then speaks with clarity and purpose. And Natalie, to her credit, seemed taken aback. She's used to being the one with the loudest voice in the room. She's used to making declarations that shut down conversations. But in this moment, she met a wall she couldn't climb: Josh's unwavering loyalty to his family. And that's not something you can argue with.
You either
It's not
respect it
something
or
you
you can
don't.
spin.
And to challenge it is to reveal something about yourself. This is why Josh's reaction resonates so deeply, because it wasn't about winning. It was about standing for something. And when you do that, when you truly stand for something, people notice. It also puts the rest of his journey with Natalie into perspective. Maybe he wasn't distant. Maybe he was cautious. Maybe he saw warning signs and was trying to manage things carefully. Maybe he was protecting more than just his heart. Maybe he was protecting his entire foundation, his family, his child, his values, from something he sensed could become destructive. And look, this isn't about painting Natalie as the villain. She has her own perspective, her own pain, and her own reasons for acting the way she does. But what matters here is how Josh responded. He didn't mock her. He didn't escalate the situation. He simply held the line. And that takes an incredible amount of strength. A strength that, honestly, many viewers hadn't really seen before. In a way, this tell-all was a turning point for Josh's character. It was the moment when the quiet guy in the background finally showed his full depth. The moment when people started to see that maybe he's not boring or passive. Maybe he's just intentional. Maybe he doesn't waste energy on drama because he's saving it for the moments that really count. And this moment counted. The way he spoke about his child, not just with pride, but with a fierce protectiveness, was one of the most real things we've seen on the show in a long time. Reality TV often rewards the loudest personalities, but Josh proved that you don't have to be loud to be powerful. You just have to be honest and willing to stand for the people who stand for you. It also made a lot of viewers question how they had viewed him up until now. Have we been too quick to judge the people who aren't dramatic? Have we overlooked the quiet strength of people who don't explode under pressure? Josh may have just changed the entire narrative with one moment of clarity. And this is why respect matters. Not just the respect Josh demanded for his family, but the respect we as viewers should give to people who live with values, even when those values don't make for viral TV moments. Josh didn't need a meltdown to prove his point. He didn't need to shout. He simply stood his ground. And in doing that, he showed us who he really is. A man who may not always be the most exciting person in the room, but who can be the most grounded, the most dependable, the most loyal. And that, in the end, is what truly earns respect. Josh showed us that reality TV doesn't have to change you. That you can be on camera and still live by your principles. That you can be pulled into drama and still choose dignity. That when someone crosses the line, you can respond without losing yourself. And maybe that's the lesson here, the real takeaway. That in a world full of noise, the strongest voices are sometimes the quietest. That true character is revealed not in the chaos, but in how you respond to it. And that defending your family, calmly, clearly, unapologetically, is one of the most powerful things you can do. So after watching Tell All, I walked away with something I didn't expect. A new respect for Josh Weinstein. A genuine appreciation for the way he showed up when it mattered most. And a reminder that sometimes, it's the moments we least expect that tell us the most about who someone really is. Josh didn't need to prove himself to anyone. But in that one moment, he proved everything. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.